Hi, I know it's been a really long time, but I'm not going to bore you with 1,000 empty excuses on why I've been gone for so long, because I don't really have any. So let's get into it. Okay, so I have a bare face right now. I have nothing on it. My skin has been really disgusting lately because I am on my young menstrual, and it's just wilding, just doing its own thing. It has a mind of its own. So I have nothing on. I just cleansed. I put some moisturizer on, stuff like that. Primer that I still really love. I've actually grown to love this, I want to say, even a little bit more. It's just, I think it's really, really great for my pores. So some people say that I don't feel like I have like large pores. It just helps combat my dry combination that gets a little bit oily in my T-zone. So this is really good for that. I'm gonna take some and I'm gonna pat it on my skin. Pat it in the places where I normally get oily. Okie dokie. Next is foundation. Let me tell you something about this foundation, okay? The second it came out, the second I saw it in Sephora, I was like, this is, it has to be a hit, because the formula is unlike any other foundation I've ever tried in my entire life. It's very, very, very beautiful. We're gonna start off with that much. I might need more because my skin is not so great right now, but whatevs. I'm gonna take some primer water by Smashbox. I'm gonna spritz it on my face. Ooh. And I'm gonna blend it in with my filthy, filthy expert face brush by Real Techniques. No, this is a buffing brush. I am going to spot conceal. So for spot concealing, what I like to use is I like to use my Naked Skin by Urban Decay in neutral. I thought I would love this underneath my eyes, but I absolutely hate it underneath my eyes. I don't know if it's just the color. I think it is the color, to be honest. I just really don't like it. What I like to use for this is I just like to use a sponge that I have. I just like to use a regular sponge. I like things that are disposable. That's why I feel like I haven't purchased a beauty blender. I just think it's so tiresome to have a sponge that you use every day and to have to clean it. It probably is really, really awesome, but I don't know. I like my disposable. I like my little disposable. Okay, so when I'm done with that now, I'm just going to go on to under eye concealer. What I've really been loving is the Instant Age Rewind by Maybelline. I use the lightest one. It's just a light, and I love it. Just twirl it over once. There we go. Listen, if you really want to be an Instagram mommy, you have to do it like this, because I mean, how other way are you really gonna do it? There's no other way to possibly do it. I tried just popping it in with bronzer. I like a cream and then I like a powder on top. I really, really love the NYX Wonder Stick. And what's this one? Deep. I hate the concealer. They don't do nothing. But this is very, very nice. I just pop it in. Cheekbones. If your cheekbones ain't reaching the sky, then just turn the video off. That's what I like to do so far for my contour. Next we're going to bake. You know, like, I sworn off baking. Like, I was like, I will never bake. Like, ever. Not in the kitchen and not even in the makeup world. Like, I just will never bake. But it's essential. Like, you know, yeah, I mean, you have to. this technique has really helped with allowing my makeup to last longer, because when I had first gotten the the Makeup Forever HD, my makeup was not lasting no nothing. It wasn't lasting no nothing. Like, and I remember I got that in the summer, I think. Whew, it was not lasting nothing. It was just, and the powder I was using, it just wasn't enough. I wasn't setting it enough, and I was just like, I don't know what else to do. Like, I don't know what else to do. I do around my nose too and stuff, because that's where I get oily. So pretty much what you want to do is you want to put it on top of your concealer. So underneath your eyes, in the middle of your forehead where you put your concealer. Also, I do down the bridge of the nose too. Forgot to do that. Down the bridge of the nose, right there, to kind of cut that contour. And then I put it wherever I get oily. So I get a little bit oily on my chin. I did put concealer there as well, around my mouth and the sides of my nose. But yeah, so today I'm using Benefit's Hoola. I've been loving this because it's I feel like it's an ashy brown, so it just makes beautiful shadows on the face. So I tapped it in 4 times, and I just kind of work just right there. I make sure that it touches the top of my ear a little, so it doesn't look like translucent ear and then contour, like. So I blend it up a little to the ear. So yeah. Alright, next, I take my Real Techniques contour brush and I buff all that powder on out of here. Alright, so you see all those edges need to be just buffed out. Everything looks very seamless. That's how you want it to be. That's how I like my makeup to look. I like an eyebrow pencil. In the past I didn't, but I do now. I'm gonna just fill them in now and then put the camera back on. What I'm using is a brow pencil by Sephora. It's waterproof. Same exact thing as the Anastasia, in my opinion. The like doe foot spoolie thing, it's different. And then I go back in with Blink's eyebrow mousse. This is just clear, and it's not even a mousse. It's just really clear. I mean, it's brown now because I've used it for a little while, but then I just go in to set them. It just keeps them nice and in place, but it's touchable. So I'll just be back. I always have to tell myself that eyebrows are sisters, not twins, because I will lose my damn mind. Alright, so yeah, I went in. I also go in with a brush like this. I got it from Kiko. It's a 210. It's just really flat like that, and it's dirty because, again, I just never clean my brushes. And I put some of my lightest concealer, which is my NARS Radiant Creamy in Chantilly. It's the lightest one. I don't know what the hell I was thinking buying this. So I just put it and I just sculpted my brows so that they just looked really nice and sharp. I always get a lot of questions on what I use for liner. I just use a gel liner. I love gel liner because it freaking lasts forever. And when it dries out, you could just pop some Makeup Forever Aqua Seal in there, and it just turns it's like brand new again. And this makes anything waterproof, so just turns it into like the best waterproof liner ever. And I also love a gel liner in the waterline. In the waterline with set it with some black powder. It literally lasts than any other eyeliner I've ever used. And then I have a Chanel eyeliner brush. I don't know what number. I don't know if it was 30 or 13. Oh, 13. The 13 by Chanel. Just drawing a line across. Very, very, very close to my lash line. And getting thinner by the inner corner of my eye. Then I kind of just tilt my brush. And it's like a continuation from the waterline. I just make a straight line upwards towards my brow. And then I connect it. And then I just fill in the little triangle. Fave blush at the moment is Cinematic by Lorac. It's gorgeous. It's so good. I love it so much because I love like bronzy, a little bit orangey blushes. I love them. I just think they look so beautiful, especially like on a medium skin tone. Because it kind of deepens your contour. Like, I feel like it deepens it, but then it adds some color back into your face. Because I'm all like contour and like concealer right now, pretty much. Like, it's just light, deep. That's it. My face just looks defined. But this just adds warmth back into your face. And I just kind of tap it over the contour. And I even bring it up the forehead. It's just going to add color back into the face, like I said, and it's just going to deepen my contour just a little. Highlight time, highlight time, highlight time. I'm using the MAC Cream Color Base in Hush. I love this. I love it so much. So much. I love it even better than Benefit What's Up. It's just so creamy. It's just gorgeous. I just pop it on my ring finger like pow. And I just place it, and it's just great. So I put some down the bridge of my nose. On the bridge, I don't do it at the tip of my nose. Put some right here where you feel that young bone at. You just place, tap, never drag, tap, tap. Tap away. Tap away. Like you a tap dancer, girl. We tap dancers. I always do a cream and I always do a powder. It's just my thing. I'm using Gerard Cosmetics in Maryland. Ooh! It's so gorgeous. You pop it open like that. It's beautiful. It's so fine. Such a fine powder. I use an e.l.f. I'm not surprised e.l.f. they don't even have a fucking name. I'm not surprised. So I just take a little, 1, 2, and I just put some. And then I don't stop there, because with highlight it never ends. I take my charged water, I spray my brush around 3 to 4 times. Then I go back in. And then I tap. I'm gonna go in with Gerard Cosmetics in Underground. Such a beautiful lipstick. It's not, I don't even think it's labeled as matte. It's creamy, but it looks matte to me. It's beautiful. To define a little bit, make my lips look a little bit larger, I'm gonna go in with MAC Stone because it's pretty similar to it. Next I'm going to go in with Buxom's Buff. Love this. This is still I love it. Put it at the center of the lips. Just kind of makes it look like an ombre. Makes your lips look a little bit bigger. Look at that. So after I'm done with everything, I just like to go in with my charged water again and like to spritz and spray. And there you go. We're done. This has literally been my go-to look for a very long time. It's easiest for me. I think it always looks sexy no matter where I go. This has just been my thing. So yeah, there you go. If you're not feeling sexy by now, if you don't feel like you should gain 3,000 followers in a second, then I don't know what to tell you. But thanks so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed, and I'll see you later.